Hello, my name is Thomas. I'm a member of the support team over here at ISP, and today we will be walking through financial reporting. So, to get to the financial reports, we're going to go reports and then financial. And these reports are basically just a bunch of different ways to extract that financial data out of your account. So, once you're on this page, if you go to the report drop-down menu here, you'll see that there are a ton of reports here that are available to you. I would recommend just kind of going through these on your own time. You'll see that if I change this, the About section here on the right changes as well to show me or tell me a little bit about that report and what I can expect from it. So some popular ones here are like the detailed financials. This is just a comprehensive view at all of the financial data in your account. We have donation summary, another great one, net worth, profit and loss, things like that. But they're all great and they all have their own unique uses. So the one I want to talk about though is the transactions report, and that's going to be this one down here. And as you can see, a lot of fields here that can be customized. So we have transaction type, transaction tag, budget category. What I can do is I can like click in this box. Let's say I want to run a report of how much money the committee has spent in the last year. So first thing, I need to do current year to date for my date range. I can also do a custom date range if I want to, like 01/01/24 until today, November 6th, 2024. And then I'm going to isolate my transaction types. So I can click in here and I can scroll through the available transaction types. Or if I know, okay, all I need is expenses, I can just type expense as well to make that a little bit quicker. Important to note, you can put as many transaction types in here as you want. I'm only going to be doing one, but just wanted to point out that you can put in as many as you want here. So I'll just remove these by hitting the little X. And then if I want to, I can narrow it down further by transaction tag, by budget category. Let's say I want every expense that was in the fundraising budget category. I can do that. Same goes for election. I only have a one election in my database, but if you have a primary, a general, and you want to isolate just the expenses for that particular election, you can do so. I'm going to go ahead and leave that blank. So basically, if you don't want to narrow it down, you can leave all of these fields blank. Can narrow it down to just individuals, organizations, businesses, political committees, things like that. If you have more than one bank account, you can limit it that way as well. You can exclude, a bunch of other options here as well, reported, deposited, reported, not reported, in a batch, not in a batch. You can indicate an amount range. Say I want everything between $200 and 1,000. I can do that here. You can search for a specific compliance note, specific internal note, and a specific check note as well. Lots of customization options here. If there's too many on the screen for you, you can always just hit the little X's next to them to kind of get rid of a lot of these. And then once those have been removed, you can always add them back by hitting this up here. They all just go up here where they are stored. So once you've got your report parameters set up here, one more thing to talk about is the columns. So when I go to generate this report, it's going to come out with these four columns: amount, date, entity, and type. But I can really build out this report however I want. So maybe I want a column as well for budget category, and maybe I want one for, let's say, mailing address, and then occupation employer. The point is that you can build out this report however you want. The more columns that you have, the longer it'll take to generate, but it should be relatively quick regardless. You can change your sort by, and you can change how you want to aggregate things. So another thing to note here is that if you come in here and you build out a report that's semi-complicated, you got a bunch of fields built out here, what you can do is you can hit Actions, Save Report, and I can give this a name. We'll say expenses this year, for example, and I can save that. And then when I come in here, say in a week, I can go load report, and then that will be here as available to me always. So that way I don't have to rebuild it every time. So once I have this built, I'm just going to go ahead and hit generate, and then the results will populate on the bottom. So as soon as this spinning wheel goes away, I'm just going to scroll down, and then my results will populate there. Like I said, the more columns that you have, the longer it will take, but this should still be very quick. There we go. So of course, I don't have any data in this database, so I don't have any results here, but this is where they would be. It would show me just down here below where it says results. And then from here, I can export this to Excel if I want to, or I can print it. So And again, this is the transactions report, very customizable. You can kind of generate any financial report with this one here. So another cool part about our financial reports is that they are all schedulable. So if I hit reports and then I go to scheduled, I can come here and I can schedule these reports to be sent to me as frequently as I want. Or something I see often is that treasurers will schedule reports to go out to their candidates, maybe every week or every day. And that's just because a lot of the time the candidate isn't necessarily in and around the data on a day-to-day basis. So treasurers tend to set up these scheduled reports to keep them in the loop of what's going on with the committee. So I'm going to hit add scheduled report here at the bottom. And all of those reports that we just looked at on the financial reports page are going to be available to me here, including and also some compliance tools that we didn't even talk about, like missing occupation and employer. That's a compliance tool that we have. Some fundraising reports as well, but also the financial reports like the cash flow, budget category report, detailed financials that we talked about. So I can set this to be sent to me. I can set my frequency. So I'll do every week. Time zone, I'll keep it on Pacific time. Starting date, we'll do Monday the 11th. And I'll just do 8 a.m. Why not? And then the recipients are going to show you the users in your account. So we only have one user in this account called super user. If you need to schedule a report to be sent to someone and you don't see them here, you'll have to add them as a user first, and then they will show here as an option to send a report to. So and then these are just the report parameters. So if you want a detailed financial report of all time, you can do that here, and that's how that's set up. So I'm going to hit add scheduled report. Oh, I need to add a recipient. That's going to go to myself. Add scheduled report there, and then now that will be sent to me every Monday starting on the 11th at 8 a.m. So final thing to talk about here are quick lists. So this is a way, it's not necessarily a financial report, but it's a way that you can get a quick list of individuals or organizations and their donor history. So we have the donor summary report here. You can change your target. You can look for all donors. You can just do all records. You can look for just organizations, things like that. Detailed fundraising export, same thing. Just a useful report here that can get you a quick list of people, hence the name. So we can also filter by giving history. So we can look for a specific election, specific financial account, similar to what we were doing earlier. Budget category, we can search for a specific budget category, date range, amount range, and so on. So just hit submit here, and then this report should go straight into an Excel file for you. So that is financial reporting in a nutshell.